Boxycharms! Welcome back to my channel. Today, after waiting and waiting, my Boxycharms finally showed up, so you know what time it is. What's in the box? If you happen to be new to my channel, or you just can't remember how I do my Boxycharm unboxings, I do have a twist on how I do a lot of my videos, but specifically my Boxycharm videos. Yes, I unbox this baby. I let you know what I get. I get two boxes, a PR box and the box I pay for. So I like to mix and match and compare and let you know what did I get. And for all of the goodies in the box that I am not going to be using or that are duplicates, I do a monthly giveaway for you guys. But that's not all. I also do long wear tests and do a deep dive online to let you know what other actual users of these products are saying. Because what I have, which is oily skin, it's a little sensitive, my choices and options, especially now with Boxycharm, may be totally different. So I want to hear what other people are saying to help you guys out and me out as well. So without further ado, let's jump into the February Boxycharm. Being the February box, I don't know if it's pink inside because of Valentine's Day or if it's just because it's been like that sometimes every now and again. I don't know. The biggest controversy or speculation at the moment is where's the card? In my PR box, I did get a card for the, I guess, Adore box is what I think this is, but in the box that I pay for, there was no insert. But Boxycharm did email me and send me this without me asking. So I'm wondering if they're trying to be a little bit more eco-friendly and not do the inserts and just email you maybe what your variety options are. I could see that being a little problematic in the future because there are so many variables and it's becoming more and more prevalent that everybody's getting different things that I'm wondering if somebody could accidentally email something wrong versus putting something in a box. I don't know. Because if it's in the box with the products, you know you got the right insert. But if you're emailing it, you don't know what was really in the box. So I don't know how they keep that straight, but that's not my problem. But I do really like having the insert, and I'm not trying to be not eco-friendly. I mean, you're talking to a girl who lives in a tiny house on wheels. Clearly, I am a minimalist, and I do like to think of the environment and be as green as I can. But at the same time, I really like, especially doing videos for you, being able to tell you what's in the box. And I don't always get the same stuff. So I don't know how I feel if they are trying to get rid of these. I'm not sure yet. It's not like been totally confirmed, but I have seen a lot of people complaining about, where's my insert? So I should say right off the bat, this might be a little bit of a sassier Boxycharm because there are some things on my face right now that I've already done a sneak peek on Instagram, and if you don't follow me there, follow me right here to see the latest and greatest behind the scenes. There are sometimes sneak peeks, upcoming video ideas, all the good stuff. But you guys know, if you have been following me on Instagram, I already have feelings, strong feelings about what is in my box this month and what I have been trying now for at least 3 days. There's some good stuff to talk about and some I'm not sure how I feel yet. And I'm also going to be telling you some updates on Boxycharm for me and what's coming with my channel. First and foremost, I can tell you now that I have received both boxes, the one I pay for and my PR box, I'm seeing a lot of duplicates again. In my quarterly Boxycharm review that I just did for you guys, a lot of you, I heard it so many times, say, wow, we got so many different things in the boxes. I can't believe that most of the stuff you got, I either didn't get or I only got some of it. But it seems like between my PR box and the base box I pay for, I'm getting so many duplicates, it's the same stuff over and over, which makes for a great giveaway for you, but not great for reviewing, but also getting the options that maybe you guys got to test them. So, a little news announcement for me personally is that because this keeps happening and I keep getting duplicate items in the box, I have decided to get on the wait list for the premium Boxycharm. So I'll still be getting a base box from PR, but I will be paying for, I already paid for Boxy Luxe. I will also be paying now premium to get the premium once I get off the wait list. Because you can do that, right? Like you can have Boxy Luxe and premium box. I'm pretty sure you could do that. But help your girl out here because there's a lot of stuff I haven't been able to figure out because I've been busy. But I think I could do that. Have a Boxy Luxe and a premium box and not get the base box. But I have it sent to me in PR. So I'll be able to review some things for you. But I've been getting so many duplicates lately that it's just kind of made my decision a little bit easier. So what did I get and what's in the giveaway? That's coming. At the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you what I selected for my Boxy Luxe choice options that just went out with Boxycharm. So there's going to be a couple of spoilers at the end of this video. I know not all of you like spoilers, so I saved that for the very end with a warning. Now let's dive dive into this baby and see what's in the giveaway. So now that you already know, I do like some things I'm not going to be totally in love with and I'm still working with. Let's dive into these goodies. The first thing I put on my face today and have been putting on, this is probably something I've been using for at least 4 or 5 days now. This came in my PR box, and this is the Kate Somerville Skin Health Experts KX Active Concentrates Biomimicking Peptides Smooth and Firming. It's supposed to be a high-performance reshaping serum. You can use this in the AM or the PM, apply just a few drops to cleansed skin. Since I got this, I have been using this on my skin after I have washed my face, and mostly in the mornings though. I did hear when I was just doing some quick Googling about this that this is like some people's favorites. And then there's people that I've heard in the Boxycharm world that got this for the first time and just heard about the brand and they were like, who is this? What is this? And oh my gosh, is that the price tag? This little baby is $98 according to the card. And I know some of my subscribers have received this because I've seen what they've gotten on Instagram. This isn't just a PR box piece that's kind of been circling, because I know people have been curious about that in the past with other skincare items that were pricier. I have seen some of my regular subscribers that don't have, PR boxes getting this. So I was glad to see that. But I also heard great things about this, so I have really high hopes. I've been wearing this now for, like I said, I think about 4 or 5 days now. I put it on in the beginning of the day, and I don't think it's broken me out or anything. I am having some sensitive skin moments right now. For those of you that are newer here, I am going through surgical menopause, so my skin was expected to have some fun bumpies and issues while I'm working with hormone replacement therapy. So some of this is going to be on me, just kind of going through the flux of change, and some of this stuff is going to be what I'm talking about today. But so far, I mean, granted, with skincare, you always need to give it a longer amount of time, but I've heard that you can notice a difference with this. Some women have claimed within a week. I don't know if I'll see a difference that soon, but tell me what you think, because so many women are saying they love this line. I did watch a couple of my favorite longtime YouTubers that were reviewing this. Ooh, the light just got really bright. Sorry, it's the sun coming out. Woo! And some of the younger reviewers that are probably in their mid-20s or so were like,
oh, it's really expensive skincare for,
long pause, long pause.
you know, our older subscribers.
Ouch, right here. I like to be preventative. It's fine, girls. I'm happy with this. I'm excited for this. And then once she realized it was $98, she was like, oh, this is probably really good. I don't know if I could say I've noticed a huge difference in the 4 or 5 days that I have been using this, but I am seeing like it's not breaking me out, which is a big deal. It's not making my makeup difficult. Something else is difficult with my makeup, but we'll talk about that in a second. Foreshadowing. And so far, I think this has just been totally fine. I've not noticed anything bad or necessarily amazing just yet, but again, it's been a few days. So let's see what other people are saying online about this product. Okay, it's starting to get a little loud outside because of some construction down the road. I am so sorry. It's the only time I have to film this, so let's keep going. Maria C said, I enjoyed this product more than others previously received. Leaves my skin so soft. Delani W said, I have way too many serums, but this one is better quality than most. Nichole J says, love. I've been using it the past week and a half and my face feels noticeably firmer. That's a big deal. A week and a half, wow. Some people are mentioning the smell. Amanda B said, the smell is a little off-putting but not gross. I think she's saying it's definitely, she can feel it on her face after a while. I think she just had a couple typos. But she's loving the results so far. It does have a smell to it. I honestly just drip it on, rub it in, and kind of move on to my next skincare piece, so I don't think about it too much, to be honest. But if you're newer to skincare, sometimes, yeah, some of them have a scent, but I don't smell it on my face later. Ooh, Dominique says not good at all. Ooh, Kimberly said it's got such a terrible smell, she thinks it's expired. I don't think it's expired. Amber D said, this makes my skin so smooth. Okay, so Callie W said, I am totally obsessed with this. It makes my face feel so light and refreshed, and I have less acne after using it. Coincidence? I think not. 5 stars, highly recommend. That is an endorsement. That is a glowing review. Wow. Jonathan H said, was very excited to receive this. I've only used it a handful of times, but so far it has done amazing things for my skin. So I mean, it kind of depends. I know some people are kind of getting sick of skincare. I'm definitely seeing that in here as well. But some people that are actually giving this a shot and have used it more than just a few times are already loving it. So stay tuned, because if you are new here, you may not know, I do a quarterly Boxycharm review where I give better, in-depth, long wear reviews. So let's stay tuned to see what happens with this, but I have high hopes now. Okay, so now I have to jump into something that I'm sassy-frassy about. I'm warning you ahead of time. I am on day 3 of trying the Becca foundation. I did request this to be my choosy thing, because now Boxycharm is letting us choose something. I chose the Becca foundation. This is the Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I chose the shade Cashmere after doing some digging and seeing what I think was gonna be a close match. It's always hard to do online, at least it is for me. I'm such an in-betweeny shade. But after some like looking at online reviews, swatches and stuff like that, I felt confident that Cashmere could be a good match. And I was pleasantly surprised when I opened the box and saw that it wasn't too dark or too light, so I was really, really hopeful. So, here's the honest truth about this. I have been using some serious skincare for a while now. I am definitely using this at the moment, but before that, I was using something else I got from Boxycharm, the Kypress and the Peach and Lily. I've got a nice morning moisturizing, serum-y skincare routine in the morning. And I also like to use my Tidal Sunday Riley's moisturizer as well. And I'm also currently loving something I got from my Boxycharm pop-up, which is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I have been loving this and trusting all of those things in the morning before I put on my regular foundations. I can honestly tell you that I have certain heavy, thick drugstore foundations that have been working amazingly with these. And when I added in this instead of the Kypress, but with all the other things, it has still been looking great with my heavy or full coverage or even medium coverage foundations. I'm setting this up this way for a reason. The first day I tried this, I did not try it on camera, but I did immediately go onto Instagram to tell you my thoughts. Were they thoughts? Were they rants? A little bit of both. Okay. This stuff is crazy thick. I feel like I read everything I could on the box, on the card, all the stuff. There was no card for this actually, so I had to just read what was on the box, because this came in my personal box, not my PR box. And this is a thick sister. She's a thick sister in my collection. I love a good thick foundation. I am not shy to such a product. One of my favorite drugstore full coverage matte kind of thick foundations that I still love and I've been using a lot lately with my very fickle skin is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. This baby can get shellacked all over my face and still look flawless. This stuff is so thick and it dries so fast. With the formulas that I've tried, not even so much this, I've tried some other versions that are higher end. I've tried Estee Lauder, I've tried Kat Von D, KVD, whatever you call them. I've worked with thick foundations for years. I'm not a newbie to this. You can get your beauty sponge really, really wet, wring it out pretty good, and then use it, and it does a great job with that. If it's extra wet, if it's extra thick, keep with me on this. Not dirty talk, makeup talk. Brushes will make it even a little bit thicker, so I knew I wanted a sponge. I even had my Tati Blendiful ready to go. And I can tell you, this sucker looked nasty all over my face. It caked on way too quickly, and it dried too quickly, so even as I was massaging it out with a damp beauty sponge, it was just nuts. You could still see all of my pores on my forehead specifically. My forehead just in total looked nasty. My nose didn't look good. These areas didn't look good. So I literally went into another product we already got, these wipes here, and wiped it off immediately and let you guys know on Instagram that my first impression with this was not great. And as that was a morning that I had to get out the door and go, I didn't even want to risk a second application with this or a second try with this. I just took it all off with this wipe. By the way, this is a really thick product and this wipe took it all off with one wipe. Really liking these, but we'll get to these in a minute. I could go back into some other products that I love and actually go out the door in a decent time frame because I did not have time to rework with this beast that morning. So I tried this again yesterday, again off camera, trying it lighter, just trying some different techniques with it. After 6 hours, it was already really splotchy under here. My forehead never looked good, but it was at least a little better to apply. So I'm like, okay, third time's gotta be a charm, right? This morning, I did all my skincare like I like to do. Used some primers that I know help my skin to look hydrated, even with this very drying, thick foundation. And I can just tell you, I'm still not pleased with my foundation today at all. I was reading some tips that I was getting online, so I may try this a couple other ways before my next Boxycharm review, which will be, you know, the quarterly Boxycharm review, but I may let you know more at my month-end faves and fails if I keep trying this, because this is day 3. If by day 3 I still can't figure out the best way to make your foundation that's pricey AF work for my skin, most consumers aren't going to give it more than 3 tries and then they're going to be done with it. This is a lot of coverage. This just sticks to your face. It's not even like it spreads very easily, which is why I'm saying make sure your sponge is extra wet. And maybe I needed to get this wetter today. I may try this one more time, but the lower part of my face I'm okay with. It's right up here that is just, you could see pores. As I was applying makeup today, I even tried adding more, just a little bit here and there. I wasn't impressed with the coverage as I was adding on this thick ass foundation. And then I kept blending it out. As you blend it, you're like, okay, maybe this will be good. And then it's not. And then I still have all of these like holes in my forehead that are my pores that it just, I even used a pore blurring primer. Before I went into this, I used my pore blurring primer that I love and know and use and trust. So I'm so confused why everything is still looking blotchy, not looking even. I tried one day when I wasn't on camera with the Blendiful. That wasn't even, no. People who have tried this, who let us know online what they were thinking about it, like early on were like, guys, this is really thick. Plan to use a lot of moisturizer or maybe mix your foundation with a moisturizer. That last one I haven't tried yet. I just read that one this morning. I did put down so much skincare ahead of time like I have been for all my other high-end coverage foundations, and they did fine. It did fine. I don't understand why this was just such a beast. I'm not very pleased with my foundation, but I can say it feels kind of light on. Once it's dried down, it feels light on the face, but after 6 hours yesterday, I was already seeing it peeling off like in areas where maybe I had touched my face or something. My forehead still looks splotchy to this moment. I can see in the mirror how this is just not looking pretty at all. Between my, like where my hair follicles would be with my brows in between up here, nasty with the pores too. Ugh, I'm not impressed with this. I'm so disappointed and I wanted to be impressed. I was like, oh my gosh, amazing. And I'm seeing qualities in it, at least on day 3, that I could be like, if I could get more of my entire face to look like this one patch, maybe I can make it work. Let me read to you what some of the pros that have tried this before are saying online. But right now, this is definitely something that is giving me those like, are you gonna be a fail for me? I was so excited for this high coverage baby. And it's high end. And it's gotta be expensive. How much is this? $44? I wouldn't spend $44 to look like a cake face. I wouldn't. And I'm still not convinced that the color matches that great because it kind of looks light, at least right now in my viewfinder. Tried to warm it up. Oof. So Julie Fitzgerald on Facebook says, I love this foundation because you only need a tiny bit to go a long way, or use more for a thick matte coverage. But put a good moisturizing primer on to keep it from looking cakey. Plus, I mix it with sunblock to thin it out and have SPF. Angela M said, I bought this at Ulta full price when it came out. The lady picked the shade way too light for me, so I mixed it with something else and it was the perfect color. However, it is very, very thick, even when mixed, and made my skin feel super gross. It's been sitting on a shelf for months for me. And a lot of people replied to her. And Shan Marie said, yeah, I was told this settles into fine lines and wrinkles. It's definitely not helping mine, I'll say that. Annette Marie said, yeah, I hate this. I got it in the Boxy sale for $12 and it was so thick. Harmony replied to all of these ladies and said, try mixing a drop of Farsali in each pump or cheek if you have it. It helps with my It CC cream, which I find to be too thick. So maybe mixing it with something? Travis said, yeah, this foundation is ridiculous, like a blanket over the face. This is why Boxycharm has it, because most people don't like it, and meaning they probably didn't buy it, so Becca's trying to like pass it off. Emma said, I added moisturizer to mine for a lighter look and it went on smooth and didn't move throughout the day. I still had great coverage too. So I don't know what her skin is like. I have oily skin, but right now it's got some dry patches. So I'm still gotta figure this out. Kathy just said, this foundation is, in all caps, full coverage. Most foundations are not. You have to be careful when applying this, otherwise you will end up with too much product and it will look cakey and it'll settle to every single fine line on your face. Just play around with it and be patient. I would also suggest a very damp sponge when you're moving with it. Yeah, because this dries really quick. So there's definitely a learning curve to this. A lot of us are noticing. I'm not totally in love with it, but I know some people that have figured out how to use it, or maybe their skin's just better equipped for this type of makeup, are loving it. So I'm still working with it. I'm a little sassy about it because it has made me late a couple of days. What I've used the past few days to powder down is a loose powder. I am excited to get a loose powder finally from Boxycharm. This may be one of the first I've ever gotten, and I've been with them a while. Ooh, it's leaking. I'm getting messes everywhere. This is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. According to the card, lock in your makeup for long-lasting wear with Ciate London's Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. So far, I've been fine with powdering down with this. I've used a brush, I've used a sponge. This is specifically the Real Techniques powder sponge. And I like this. I'm also using some other loose powders. This isn't necessarily like something that I'm already going like, oh my god, I love this. Oh, you know, we did get another loose powder last year that I was obsessed with. Hold! Kidding. This Becca loose powder, this one made me go, oh dang, right away. Whereas this one didn't make me go, ooh dang. It's just like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna play with this some more, especially as my skin goes back to being a bit more on the daily oily side, and see how I feel about it. Right now my skin's a little weird. I don't notice anything bad about it, but it does have a white cast that I noticed that does lift away, but be mindful about it so you don't accidentally leave too much product on if you try to bake with it or anything. And it very, very lightly smells. It doesn't smell like smell, it's just a very faint fragrance. I didn't even notice it until I reread the card. Let's see what other people are saying about it. I'm okay with this product. It doesn't like draw me in to be like, this is the best product ever, but it's not bad either. So far I've liked it to just kind of like set down this crazy cakey foundation and concealer and move on to the next piece. I can say today though, with these two pieces, I let it sit for a while and then went into some bronzer, and I felt like my makeup didn't move nearly as much. But even though I felt like it dried fast and the powder was already set the first few days, it was still kind of like it still took some time. Tiara H said the Ciate London setting powder is like setting your face with silk. Personally, it reminded me of Makeup Forever's setting powder. So I anticipate using this powder with no problem. I tested it out on my hand and so far, no problems, great quality. Kaya E said, this powder leaves super white looks under your eyes. You gotta be mindful with that. Make sure you're getting it all away and maybe go into it with a sponge or a brush, kind of try your different techniques. This one is a bit more of a white cast than I'm used to too. JC said, love this brand. Powder seemed decent, just hope it doesn't dry out the foundation over time or leave it flaky. Cynthia said it smells amazing and does not leave a thick residue like other powders. Jenna said I love this product. Michelle C said don't use much powder since I'm really dry, but it's okay. This is just the okay product. Everybody's just kind of like okay with it. So I'll keep you updated and let you know what I think, other than the fact I'm wearing it on my shirt now. Whoopsie. It's a $22 powder. I don't know if I'd spend $22 of my own money on that, but it's not bad. The other things in the box are the wipes I was telling you about and some facial pads, which I've not gotten these before in a Boxycharm, but there's not a lot actually in here. There's 15 wipes in here. It's kind of pricey. For only 15 wipes, this is supposed to be $10. I usually get, if I'm getting wipes, I can get them at like Ross, that you can get packs of these suckers. You can get them at Walmart for like $3 for like 50. So the fact that there's 15 in here for $10, that's really pricey. But like I said, this sucker, one of these took off an entire cake face of this, and that was a lot of product because I did not know what I was working with that first day. These are biodegradable multitasking Evo Skin and Aurora wipes made with hemp fibers to cleanse the skin, remove waterproof makeup, and keep skin hydrated. The antibacterial wipes are infused with cannabis sativa seed oil to reduce inflammation and avoid irritation. Now I can say, as a sensitive skin girl whose face gets red even if I just put like my morning serums on it or wipe anything off, I do appreciate when something's gentle on skin, because my skin just automatically will turn red when I put pressure on it, but it's always fine. And this got all of this off. So I can tell you right now that this worked really, really well, and I really liked it immediately because I could get this crap off my face. So that was an immediate endorsement for me that it took everything off, wiped it off clean using only one of these. But that is really a shame that we only get 15 wipes in here, and they're 10 bucks. Like, I'm not gonna repurchase something that's that pricey. Some people got Laura Geller baked swirl illuminators. Why didn't I get one of those? I did not get that variable, but I would have liked to try that. I feel like I did not get a lot of makeup this month, especially for 2 boxes. According to the website, it says these are $9.50, but according to the card that I got in my PR box, it's 10 bucks. Discrepancies. Rounding. I round with money too. Stephanie D said, I have sensitive skin, so I was hesitant, but these really are amazing. Myra said, glad to try new products, but I have so much skincare products from all of these boxes. I haven't gotten wipes like these before, so I'm pretty pleased with these. Serena said, okay, I'm just not thrilled that I got them in my box. Ashley A said, it's okay, but it's nothing to really be excited about. I was excited to have them when I had this on my face, I'm not gonna lie. So I kind of disagree with her there, but I had an immediate need to take off a lot of product. Brenda O said, very small wipes. They do work well, but they are very small. I had to use 3 wipes to take off my makeup. Oh, I literally needed 1 for a lot of nastiness. I'm gonna just keep talking about how much I don't like you, which isn't fair. I should try you again, but it'll be my 4th time. Kayla P said, these are pretty good wipes, and they're not rough like previous ones I've received. Kelsey said, love these. They make my skin so soft. So I'm pretty pleased to have these. I'm really sad though that they're so pricey for so little. I really wish we would have got more, but yeah, you know, c'est la vie. I like them, and if you can get off this much stuff, whew, I'm in. Now, these Radical Radiance pads from First Aid Beauty. I had never heard of these, so I very quickly, when I opened my box the day I got this, asked Alexa, are these cruelty-free? Because I wasn't sure, and apparently they're not only cruelty-free, they are also like a cult following favorite pad, according to her. Like, I trust her, sort of. So I was like really intrigued to try these. According to the card, these are $16, a daily treatment pad that contains the right amount of lactic and glycolic acids to safely and effectively exfoliate and tone and brighten all skin types. Regular use of these pads will smooth the skin's texture, providing perfect canvas for flawless makeup application. So that's probably why it's in a Boxycharm, but I know a lot of people are complaining because there wasn't a lot of makeup this month. It was a lot of skincare, which we've already been feeling like we've gotten a lot of skincare, so I understand that. In my PR box, the only makeup that I got was this powder. In my base box, I did choose to get a foundation, not the eyeshadow palette that's from Iconic London that some people are getting. So I was kind of surprised that even in my PR box, I did not get any real makeup stuff, but I do have some more tools to talk about. But do you know what I'm saying? There's like stuff here that you're like, I was thinking we'd have more makeup this month, especially February. That's usually like love and red lips or pink lips or a blush or I don't know. I was thinking more makeup this month, but okay, let's keep going. It says there's 17 on the website, but again, there's 16 on the card. Somebody's got to get some continuity going here with pricing. Maria L said so far so good. Ashley A said just okay for me. That's kind of how I feel. Stephanie D said, I have sensitive skin, but these did not hurt my face at all. Super amazed by this product. Yeah, it didn't sting or anything. Sarah C said, getting the majority of face products was a slight bummer this month, but I'm glad to have received these in my box. Yeah, everything I got is quality. I just kind of wish there was a little bit more variety in the box, maybe, considering my other box is pretty much the same, but we'll get to the giveaway in just one second. Jenna S says, I love these. Using them right after I wash my face, it feels so fresh. So these are getting a lot of great reviews. People are just kind of like, this is a lot of skincare this month, but no one's complaining they hate this or anything, or at least nothing that I'm seeing at the moment. Now, there was another option that I was kind of assuming I was going to get in at least one of my boxes, and it was the Luxie sponges. I have been kind of using this same sponge for a while, this Illuminati sponge that I got from Boxycharm, so I was really excited to get those, but womp womp, didn't get it. But I did get some Alamar brushes. This is a trio of a brightening brush, a bronzer brush that has like nodules on the end, so I was kind of surprised I've not seen a bronzer brush like this. Foundation, yes. Bronzer? This was a first for me. And over here is a complexion brush. I used this today for some contour, this for some brightening powders, and the bronzing brush I wanted to try for bronzer. I'd never tried one that had these like nodules on the bottom. Now I feel like I'm being a little too sassy and, you know, that happens. But I feel like I wish these handles were a bit more substantial or solid or something. They feel very light, and that does affect how I apply makeup because I am used to kind of like some more substantial brushes when I am doing my contour or my bronzer or whatever I'm doing. So lighter brushes do tend to take a little bit more mindfulness for me to be like, okay, this is a lighter brush, so don't go too crazy or give it the same amount of strokes and smoothing. You know, everyone's technique is so different. I did really like this nodule brush here for bronzer. I was kind of surprised. I started with the complexion brush and used it for contour, kind of carved out my cheekbones, kind of went up on my forehead a bit, trying to blend this, you know, face mask of makeup I had started, and I was trying to push it back into my hairline. I went into the brightening brush for under the eyes, on the nose, kind of lightening up some of the areas. And then I did try this bronzer brush, and it really surprised me. It's a really good brush to blend out your bronzer with. I was really surprised by it. Now, I've only gotten to try this one today, but I'm really enjoying it. And it really did help to kind of like blend back into my hairline with this brush. These are really soft bristles. They don't seem to be popping out or anything. So I like these. These were a nice tool to get. According to the website, ooh, they are $36 and out of stock in case you wanted to purchase them. And the card does say they're $36, so this one they're the same on. Almost said very cute and no loose strings. Jeanette said these brushes are so nice and soft. Thank you, Boxycharm. They're nice and soft. Yeah, they are soft. This is softer than I thought it would be with all these bumpies on the bottom. Stephanie D said I'm very picky about brushes. And these were great. Ashley A said, love them and I needed something like this for the setting powder. I did think about using this for the setting powder, but once I saw it was for bronzer, I was way too intrigued. I had to try this for bronzer. Samantha E said the brushes are soft, well made, and I like the feeling of them in my hand. Though, a time or two I noticed they just kind of pushed the makeup around my face. It could have been the product being used, as it is not every time, but I don't think it was the product's fault. It could be because these brushes are lighter. Like I was saying, these are a lighter handle, so sometimes you feel like you have to apply a bit more pressure when it's not as maybe substantial as something else. Pamela said, I feel like I've gotten better quality brushes in previous boxes. Andrea P said they're okay, I just didn't need more brushes. A lot of people are really raving about how soft and how nice these are. So, I mean, I think these are mostly a win unless people are like, I've gotten a lot of brushes. I'm always happy to get more brushes. So this was fun to add to my collection. But I gotta tell you, as far as my giveaway goes, it's pretty much almost the same stuff. Everything except for the foundation is in this giveaway for this month. This is the Ciate Everyday Powder. This is the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads, the wipes, the Alamar brushes. Really was hoping to get the Luxie sponges, real talk. So let's talk about this giveaway. If you are newer to my channel or you just can't remember how to do the giveaways here that I do every month with Boxycharm, check the description below. This is US only, sorry. But what you need to do is be subscribed, comment below why you want this box, and for a second entry, go on to my Instagram. That's right, this thing I talked about earlier that I already give you guys so many updates on anyway. Follow me there, comment on the latest post that is about Boxycharm and this video, and that is your second entry. I will be reaching out to the winner in this video in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So be sure to come back and check here in 2 to 3 weeks, check your emails, check your notifications to see if I've replied to you, and or on Instagram if you win from your second entry. Guys, I love doing these Boxycharm videos with you and for you every month because this is one of my favorite videos to do, and I'm really excited to now be on the premium wait list. So now what I've got to do is get into my spoilers for March. So if you are not a fan of spoilers, bye friends, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe bell and notification bell if you want to be into this giveaway. Comment below so I know. Check out my Instagram, thank you so much. But now, let's talk about the spoilers.
Warning, warning, spoiler talk is coming now.
Okay guys, I let you guys know on my Instagram, I had 4 different options to choose from for Boxy Luxe. 2 more pieces of skincare, which I don't really need right now. And then it kind of came down to a curling wand or a Tarte eyeshadow palette for me. I ended up really being intrigued by the eyeshadow palette after looking up reviews. I tried to look up reviews for the curling wand and there really weren't a lot of reviews, and what I did find wasn't that great about them. It had a few good reviews, but then it also had just the same amount of negative reviews, and stores that did carry it at one point didn't have it in stock, weren't carrying it, and had no reviews, so that made me think it didn't, you know, sell too well. And I knew I wasn't going to use a curling iron as much or a curling wand as much as an eyeshadow palette. And all of the eyeshadow palettes that I saw were being compared to this particular one were all eyeshadow palettes I don't own, like some stuff from Too Faced, the golden chocolate bar I think from Too Faced, the Tarte shell looking eyeshadow palette. All of these were like really compared to it, and I don't have any of those, so FOMO got the best of me and I selected that for March. So I am really excited to get that, and let me know what you guys selected for your March box. I'm really curious. Thank you so much for watching. If you happen to be new to my loud, weird, unique channel, hi new friends. I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I do every single week. Bye friends.